Hello YouTube, this is Card Games 2, coming back at you. First off, I want to say thanks for subscribing to me, people. I'm surprised. I'm happy other people subscribe to me, and I'll do my best to, put up some more vids, try to make them entertaining for you guys, and everything like that. Alright, but this is my final deck update for Scraps before Starstrike Blast comes out. I changed Scraps around again, running Gravekeeper Scraps now. I really like them. They had a lot more consistency than what Geartown had. Geartown Scraps had a lot of explosive power, but it was random, and I don't like that, especially when I would draw terrible hands. Gravekeeper Scraps, not as explosive, still really good. Definitely like them a lot. But here's the deck list for you. We'll start out monsters. Run 2 Scrap Golems in there. Great card, going to be really good once Starstrike Blast comes out. 3 Scrap Goblins, standard. 3 Chimeras. 3 Beasts. And here's the new stuff for the deck. Running 3 Spies, 1 Guard, and 1 Descendant. Now, I heard it's pretty standard to be running 2 Guards, and how, oh no, I'm not doing it right. Well, 1 Guard really wasn't doing it for me. I would prefer to draw Spies and Spy into Descendant, popping Spy, that'd be really great. Plus, I didn't have room for Level Eater, and I added this card back into my scrap deck. If you watched my first scrap video, I had it in, took it out, and now it's back in again. I haven't had a chance to use it in my playtesting yet, but the idea sounds really good. Just to have another card on your side of the field, have a card that you can pull out of your graveyard whenever you have Scrap Dragon on the field. 1, it stops you from blowing up cards that might be useful to you, and 2, I'm not really sure. 2, if you have Golem in hand and you don't want to sacrifice your Scrap Dragon on the field, Level Eater, Golem pulls something out, you can pop that, add something else back to your hand. It's just, I feel it's a really good idea, and hopefully it'll work. Now, the other 3 monsters I have, Effect Veiler, just plain good. We have Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk, really nice, especially since I run 11 magics, and sometimes I don't need Scrapyard or Scrap Storm, so pitch that. Beast, and then bam! Scrap Dragon. So I really like that, and Cyber Dragon, really nice. Alright, that's 20 monsters right there. And now for the magics. Still pretty staple. 3 Storms, 2 Yards because I don't need 3. I might bring it to 3 when Starstrike Blast comes out, not really sure yet. Depends, I'll have to test it a lot. Running 2 MSTs. My body a shield because, god dang, I need Scrap Dragon on the field. Monster Reborn, staple. Dark Hole, staple. And Foolish Burial, pretty much staple for this deck. That's 11 magics right there. And for traps, running 1 Solemn Judgment, 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, Divine Wrath, really good against quick draw plants, especially if they're running 3 Chaos. It's just really good. This is not a Scrap Iron Scarecrow. If you can kind of read a piece, it's a D prison. I just don't have any because I suck at life. Call the Haunted, Widespread Dud. I might take this out for something else, but I still really like it, and since people don't really see it that often, they make mistakes when dealing with this card, and I like it when people screw up. So I'm liking it right now. I might take it out for something. Definitely, it's one of the first things when I side for my side deck that I take out. Solemn Warning, just a good card, and Trap Stun for when I want to pull off that amazing combo in my hand. Alright, and that's 9 traps there. Total for 40 cards, and that's probably what the deck's going to look like until Starstrike Blast comes out. Of course, going to be doing more testing with it, but since last night, or no, 2 nights ago, it played against Quick Draw, doing pretty well, and it's Royal Decree Quick Draw with Volcanic Shells and all that stuff in there, so that's the kind of Quick Draw I played against. Won both my matches, so I think that's doing pretty well against them. And I beat Blackwings, and that Blackwings deck got 34th, I believe, at at the Columbia Regionals. It's Stein the Kid's deck. Played against him. Also, subscribe to his channel. He's an awesome guy. Tons of great Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge. One of my friends, so subscribe to him. Also, in other news, let's see. Alright, yeah. I was going to talk about some of the cards from Starstrike Blast that deal with scraps, and, you know, just my opinion on them. Like, Scrap Twin Dragon. I will love Scrap Twin Dragon. One, just because it's really good. It has 3,000 attack. Pop one of my cards to send 2 back to hand. And one of the things that's going to be really, really good coming up soon is, like, Shooting Star Dragon and Red Nova Dragon. Those cards are going to break some people, but like Scrap Twin Dragon returning to hand is going to be one of the most important things coming up. I see compulsory evac being really important in some decks, like really important. I'm probably going to side it for my regionals coming up. When is that? It's November 27th, 26th, one of those days, but that's when my first regionals is, and we're going to see how Scrap does then. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. Other Scrap card, Scrap Searcher. Scrap Searcher is going to be really, really good, especially since we have Scrap Soldier, which is our level 5 tuner. Scrap Searcher is going to just be great. One of your Scrap monsters gets destroyed. At the end of that, like, you can special summon this card and then toss down Scrap Soldier. It can just be really good. I am a little upset that Scrap Searcher, since he's level 5, he's going to need, Scrap Soldier, since he's level 5, he's going to need that sacrifice, but there's not much I can do about it, and I'm going to see how it affects scraps and everything. The other Scrap cards we have are Scrap Mind Reader, which is a secret. Personally, I don't really think this is going to be useful. Just my opinion on it. I could be forgetting something that could make this card amazing, but I really don't see it, mainly because of the main phase 2 effect. I just don't like it. And one magic card, Scrap Lube. It's basically like Call of the Haunted, but our Scrap monsters lose their effects. So I really don't think it will be that great. Plus, we can't conduct the battle phase until it's activated. So I really feel that it's not going to be that great, and might be like one in maybe some random Scrap decks, but I really don't see it being as really useful. Other than that, I think Starstrike Blast is really going to change up the formats. Quick Draw is going to become pretty hard to deal with Glow Up Bulb and tuning, plus Formula Synchron and everything. Quick Draw is going to be really good. I don't know. X-Sabers are just always really good. Oh, that's another deck I tested against, my one friend's X-Saber deck, and Quick Scrap seems to be doing pretty good against that too. But yeah, that's Starstrike Blast. That's my opinions on it. I'm going to be looking forward to it. Plus Dirk, the Dark Monarch or something. I'm not going to like playing against him because Scraps love their graveyard. And that's going to be a little we'll see how it does. Alright, that's mainly it for Yu-Gi-Oh! Just some finish up notifications and stuff. Like, I am going to be trying to get my friend to put his deck on here. He's the quick draw player I play against. I think he's a really good player, a lot of interesting ideas, but that's one video that's going to be coming. Another video that I might be putting up is, I'm an avid StarCraft 2 player, love StarCraft 2, awesome game, huge strategy game, love it, and I think I might be doing some might be trying some commentary on that. Also, just I think I'm going to make a video about esports and just how I feel about the topic. I don't think people appreciate esports enough, and the amount of work and stuff that people put into it. They put 6 hours of training every day. It's basically a professional sport, if you look at it that way. It's the same as football or basketball. They go out to big tournaments, putting themselves through tons and tons of effort through those tournaments. I think it'd be really good. But that's basically it. Thank you. Let me know what you think of some of my new video ideas. Let me know what you think about the scrap deck. It's going to be changing up here in 5 days, but this is it. Just wanted to toss it out there, in case people want to try to make a scrap deck. It runs well, just saying right now. I think it's a pretty good scrap deck. Alright, YouTube, peace.